Hello everyone, welcome to day 3 of the Cake Day Class to Go. This is our final card in the Class to Go. In this Class to Go, I'm sharing 3 different cards. The class kit that you will receive with this Class to Go, if you earn it, you will receive 2 of each card. So you're actually going to make 6 cards total in the Class to Go. So you'll have a nice little stack of birthday cards to start the new year with. If you want to get this Class to Go for free, all you need to do is head to my online store. The link is in the video description. All you need to do is place an order of at least $50 before tax and shipping and after any Stampin' rewards, and you'll receive this Class to Go completely free. There are bonuses at $100 and $150. If you have questions on that, there are details in the video description, or you can check out video 1 or 2 where I do talk a little bit more in detail about options 1 or 2. Just remember that all of those threshold numbers are in one order, and they do need to be before tax and shipping, and again, after any Stampin' rewards are applied. We are featuring the Cake Day bundle. I love this bundle. The dies are phenomenal. Now, we haven't really gone into using a lot of the stamps here. So there is this like icing stamp that you can use. There's like the sprinkle stamp you can use. We actually didn't use either of those, and there's so many different greetings that we didn't really get a chance to touch on. So even though we didn't use the stamp set too much, we really focused on a lot of the die stuff. The whole bundle is phenomenal, and you'll want to make sure you get the whole bundle. All right, so actually, before we talk about today's card, so Monday we made this card. So again, remember, your kit will come with supplies for you to make 2 of each, so you will end up with 6 cards at the end of the day. Tuesday was this one, and then today we are making this lovely card. Now look at all these colors together. Aren't they just like so yummy? Doesn't this look like a fun bakery that you want to go to? So that is all the cards that you're going to end up with. So today we're going to make this card. Fantastic, right? There's so many details in this card, so I can't wait to jump in. So let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start with all of our stamping. So we're going to grab this background piece, this white piece, and I don't know if you can see all that background stamping, but that's what we're going to do to begin with. So I'm going to grab some scrap paper. I have a piece of white that is 5 by 3 3/4. All of the measurements are going to be in the video description, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down, so you can check the video description. All right, so let's start with our Lemon Lolly ink. We're going to use this fun little like starburst sparkle kind of thing. Now, if you look at the card, we're not even going to focus on the middle. I'm going to go just around the edges and then a little bit farther in on the left edge, because that we're going to see a little bit more. But don't worry about doing anything in the middle, because none of that is even going to be shown. So Lemon Lolly, I'm going to just stamp this little sparkle kind of randomly all the way around the border of my card. And then again, on this left edge, we are going to go in just a little bit more. Make sure to go off the edge a little bit. When you go off the edge, it really makes everything look like a seamless design. So don't be afraid to go off the edge. I'm going to hit some of these a little bit more. Maybe one more over here. Okay, so that's all of our sparkles with Lemon Lolly ink. Now we're going to come in with a Daffodil Delight. And there are this little cluster of dots. So little cluster of dots, and we're just going to kind of randomly stamp those around our sparkles. This is just going to add just some more it's like kind of like sprinkles or whatever you want to call it. This is just going to go randomly around our background. Okay, so that is our background, and I know that Lemon Lolly ink is really light, so I hope that it's all picking that up. All right, I'm going to leave my Daffodil Delight open because we are going to do some stamping on our cake. So let me set this aside. Let's bring out our cake piece. Now remember, when you're using your cake piece, so this is the other half of this piece. Okay, so we die cut one cake in Lemon Lolly, and we use half for this card and half for this card. And remember, your orientation of the cake, point down, rounded corner on the left. Okay. Now I'm going to use those same like cake layers. We're going to stamp them the same way we've done them for the whole all week. So I'm going to just add that little layer in there. Now I'm going pretty simple on this one. We're not adding anything between those bigger layers, but you can, if you want, you can do whatever you want with your cake. Okay, I need to see this. Okay, so just some light cake stamping, just to give it the illusion that, yeah, this is a cake. All right, we're done with our Daffodil Delight ink. I put that away. And then I've already die cut a label. This label actually comes in the die set. So cute, right? And we're going to go ahead and stamp Make a Wish. And we're going to do that in Pretty in Pink. We'll just get all of our stamping done all at once. And just right in the center of the label. You can stamp this before you die cut. You can do that. It just goes quicker in the video if I die cut everything first. Okay, so there's our Make-A-Wish greeting. We have our cake ready to go. We have our background. Let's start assembling our cake with all of our icing pieces. So I have a piece of crushed curry. This is going to be our icing of our cake. Now this one we didn't do a drip on our cake like the other two cards. You could absolutely, if you wanted to, you could change up the icing colors or add a different color drip or whatever you wanted to do. You could absolutely do that. All right. Just line up that top piece. You go get this scooted over. Now remember, I like to use the liquid glue so I can kind of maneuver it into place. You can die cut this on an adhesive sheet or use whatever you want to adhere this down. All right, now I also have 3 Pretty and Pink the smallest little sparkle here. I have 5 Daffodil Delights of these, either little icing things, or I like to call them meringues. I think they look more like little meringues, but whatever you want. There's 5 of those. And then we have 5 of these little Petal Pink macaroons, and I'm going to assemble one more, so we have 4. Just in case you missed video 1 on how to assemble it. I didn't show in video 2 how to assemble it, so we're just going to do it real quick. So you have your little icing piece, little jagged edge on one side, the curved edge on the other. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just to the very top of that curved edge. And then when your little cookie piece, when you cut it out, there's like a little slit in it that will die cut. You just want to slide this under that slit, adhere this to the top, and then I'm just going to put a little dot of glue just down here, and then just kind of fold that back up. And that makes your sweet little meringue. Easy peasy. All right, let's start assembling the rest of our card. We're going to assemble all of these little topping pieces when we get to that in just a minute. All right, so our card base is Lemon Lolly, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of Daffodil Delight that is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go right onto our card base. And then that stamped white piece that we did is going to go right on top of that. Just make sure everything has that nice even border. When you're adhering this one down, just make sure that that left side that we went in a little bit more is on that left. Okay, dimensionals, we're going to pop up this cake. We haven't popped up the cake in any of the other cards, but you could absolutely throw on some extra dimensionals if you wanted to on any of the cards. Okay, we're going to pop up the cake. I'm going to just make sure that we leave a little bit more room at the top because we're going to be putting on all of those little decorations on the top. Okay, cute. Now our greeting, I'm going to put a dimensional right here on my card base down here. And I'm going to use some adhesive on the left side of my greeting because it's going to lay flat with our cake, which we've already popped up. So just like this. So there's our greeting. All right, now let's start adhering all of our pieces. Now for these, I'm going to use dimensionals. We're going to start on kind of the bottom right and work our way around. I'm going to do a little, what are they called? Macaroons. And a little meringue. I'm going to make sure to put these on. Make sure you don't cover up your greeting. Okay. And we'll move over to this side. And again, these are all going to go onto this card with dimensionals. We're going dimensional heavy with this card. This one might be one you want to hand deliver. One there. I should have put dimensionals on all of these before starting the video, but we'll make it work. One there, just make sure you stay within the parameters of your card. I'm going to grab a couple more dimensionals. I'm going to add. Now, if you don't want to do all of these on dimensionals, you can absolutely just adhere them flat with glue dots or liquid glue or whatever you want. A little macaroon goes there. So cute, right? All right, we just have a couple more that we're going to put on top. Where did I have that last cookie? I guess I only needed 4 of the little macaroons. Oh well. We have 5. Now these I am going to put on with some liquid glue. Again, glue dots would work great with these. I'm just putting a little bit of glue just on the very bottom. I'm going to put one back here. I'm going to add a little macaroon. I hope that's what these are called. That's what I've been calling them all week, but now all of a sudden I'm like, is that what these are? macaron, right? They're more French, macaron. The macaroons are like the coconut ones, right? I don't know, guys. I like to bake bread, not cookies. All right. All right, that is our little cake. Now, you can find a place to put this third one. This last one, I'm just going to put on the inside of the card. I've already made it. It's already done. So let's just pop it in on the inside just like that. All right, now we just have these little pretty and pink sparkles left. And I am just going to go through and just add a little dot of glue. Glue dots would work great for these. And we are just going to kind of add these little sparkles. Add one right here. We're just going to place them around our card. I'm going to put one back here. And you can even tuck that under the cake just to make sure you stay within the parameters of the card so that everything fits in the envelope. Isn't that cute? All right, this card is almost done. All we need to do is add our rainbow dots. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. We're going to use these, oh boy, I got that stuck there. These I think are like a light pumpkin pie, but I think that they kind of go with that petal pink. They're very, very cute. And we're going to add 3 of these. Whoops, how did I get one there? It must have popped off. I don't want a big one, I want a little one. All right, and just add 3 of those around. All right, guys, so that is it. That completes this class to go, the Cake Day class to go. I'll bring in all the cards again. Now, remember, if you want to get this class to go for free, all you need to do is place an order in my online store by December 15th, and I will mail you the kit for free. Minimum order of $50 before tax and shipping and after any Stampin' Rewards, and you will get a kit that has supplies for all 6 of these cards. So you'll make 2 of each. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comments. I do read all the comments. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that. That really helps my channel grow, helps my business grow. It's free for you and you never miss a video. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you guys later. Bye.